Hey guys, welcome back to Rebel. Today we're going to need a ball of some sort, so a spiky ball, a tennis ball, a soft ball, anything that's going to help you kind of roll out and loosen off your shoulders. We'll need that later on. First job is 4-point kneeling position, hands down, knees down, and just start to move through a cat and a cow stretch. Nice slow long breathing. Inflating the rib cage. Try and inflate the back of the rib cage when your back is up towards the ceiling. Cat stretch. Deep breath in. Come through to cow stretch. Doesn't really matter. Chin forwards or keeping your chin tucked, crown of the head extended away. Both are nice stretches. Just focus on nice, long, deep, full breaths. Notice where your shoulders are in relation to your ears. Notice where the elbow or the crease of the elbow is. Notice if you're getting any lower abdominal activation as you come into cat stretch. Find a neutral spine. So shoulders over the top of your hands, knees underneath your hips, abs engaged. We're going to start to rotate the right hand up to the ceiling. Take a deep breath in. Open out, you feel the stretch through the chest, through the shoulder. We're going to rotate your thumb backwards. Forward. Then bring your hand underneath the space in between the left arm and the left knee. Reach away. Then again, rotate the thumb one way. Then spin completely the other way. Breathe in. Reach up to the ceiling. Breathe out, rotate. Breathe in back to the start position. Then come through. Reach as far as you can. Rotate one way. Rotate the other way. Reach back up to the ceiling. Rotate. Rotate. Next time your right hand comes underneath the space between the left arm and the leg, you're going to come down onto it. Doesn't matter which way you look, you probably want to look towards your hand. Then your left hand comes behind and onto your right hip. Then just play about in that position, forwards, backwards. Look for different stretches. Slowly back to centre. We'll go in right forearm down across the front edge of the mat for donkey kick. I want you to sit a bit of your weight backwards for your right knee. Lift your left knee up and out to the side. And then down. So you're going to climb 3 more times up and down. Trying to get as much space in between the knees as you can. Okay, next time climb up, hold, extend your leg up and back as high as you can. Now I want you to sit a little bit more weight back for your knee. You might need to bring your right elbow underneath your shoulder a little bit more, so I want it underneath your shoulder still, but I want you slightly angled backwards. From there, you're going to bend your knee wide towards the outside of the left elbow, then extend the leg up and backwards. Let's show you that from the other side. So you're going to bend wide, extend up and backwards. Good, keep going. So you're going to be feeling work go through both legs, so through the outside of the left glute, but definitely this stabilising glutes working quite hard, this right glute's firing up a little bit. I want you to look for the top edge of the movement every time. Squeeze both glutes out on the top, then bend the knee wide. Got about 20 seconds left. Now the last time I want you to extend up and back and hold. Sit, a little bit of extra weight back through that right knee. Lift your left hand onto fingertips at least, or maybe you can hover that left hand up. Extend the left leg up a little bit higher. Can you look up to your left hand? 5, 4, 3, 2. Well done, both knees down. We're going to come into a pigeon stretch now. Rotating the right knee and the right shin across the front edge of the mat. And just sitting back and finding your little kind of piriformis stretch outside of the glute stretch. Piriformis lives around the sit bone. If that stretch doesn't feel great on your knee, lie down on your back, bring your knee across your body a little bit, and then rotate your shin towards the back of the mat. On your front, I just want you to walk your hands forwards a little bit more, head on the floor, and just breathe and hang out in that position. Super good. I know a lot of people have started running recently. Super good for opening this hip capsule out. Can you bring your foot any further forwards? You don't have to. And slowly bring yourself out of that. Okay. Come to downward dog. Match the heels if that feels nice. Make sure your back's not too flexed. It's not that cat stretch. We're trying to get the tailbone up to the ceiling. So if you need to bend your knees like I do to get there, do that. 5, 4, 3. You've got the option. You can tiptoe your feet forwards, or you can hop your feet forwards to this kind of folded forwards position. And then bend your knees, slowly build your back up, one vertebrae at a time. Good, alright. So the left leg was moving last time and the right leg was stabilising. We're going to keep the right leg doing the stabilising work. Always take a nice wide stance. Right toes pointing forwards. You're going to do that same hinge effect that we do in the lunge position, in the squat position. I want you to sit back and down into a side lunge. Good. Make sure your right foot and toes are pointing forwards. And slowly back up to the top. So we're getting a good stretch from the inside of the left leg. Right glutes are working to stabilise. Breathe in and down. You get a lot of work through the right thigh. And you get that work through the inside of the leg. Both sides. So the right inside leg is working. And the left is as well, just to hold us in this position as we get down to the bottom. Breathe in as you lower, breathe out as you raise back up. That's probably hard enough, but if you want to have a little bit of an extra play with this position, we can go more dynamic. So next time you come down to the bottom, hold, breathe in, breathe out, press, spring back up to the top, lift your right knee up, breathe in, big step. Down. Breathe out. Balance. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Keep going. Got 3 more. Two more. Last one we're going to hold. Down. Hold. Arms out in front of you. Lift your chest. Engage your abs. Rotate your right knee a little bit extra right. Sit down an inch, up an inch. Down an inch, up an inch. The quad has to work quite hard in this position. It's almost a single leg squat again. We've got 10, 9, body tall, 8. Abs on 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Well done. Back up to the top. Shake the legs out. Walk to the front of your mat. Breathe in, lift the hands up. Breathe out, fold. Forwards and down. Bend your knees a little bit extra. Step back 1 foot or hop back at a time into plank position. Hold the plank. Now we just want to tune into our upper body today. I want to make sure your shoulders are away from your ears, your arms are long, your abs are engaged. Squeeze in between the shoulder blades and lift the head. For 5, 4, 3, 2. Well done. Knees down. Child's pose. Then lie down in front and find your right foot with your right hand. Find your quad stretch. If that's the nicest stretch for you to do on the side, do it on the side. I find I can get a more intense stretch if I stay on my front. Deliberately trying to press the right hip down into the mat, engaging the right glute, sending the right knee away from the head. Maybe lifting that right leg up a little bit away from the floor. Okay, hands down. Go elbows on the floor today. Head on the mat, hands underneath your shoulders. Breathe in. Just lift the upper body away from the mat a touch. Come up into a really low cobra and then lower down. Deliberately just working those shoulders away from the ears. Deliberately getting that squeeze in between the shoulder blades. Getting that retraction of the head as well. So we're warming up and strengthening the upper body. Move your hand position down by your side. As you lift your head away from the mat, shoulders retract and drop away from the ears a little bit extra. Fingertips reach away from the shoulders a little bit extra. Lift up, send your hands a little bit higher, breathe in. Breathe out, lower down. Breathe in, raise. Breathe out, lower. Breathe in, raise. Breathe out, lower. 3 more. Two more. Last one. Come to the top. Hold. Pulse the hands up and back for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Squeeze the shoulder blades down. 2, 1. Well done. Child's pose. Four-point kneeling cat-cow stretch. And just get back to those nice, long, slow, deep breaths. Trying to inflate the back of the rib cage. Still moving the ribs side to side as well. Inflating the belly button, engaging the abs as well. In through the nose. Out through the mouth. Okay, good. Find 4-point kneel. Hands underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips, back neutral, shoulders away from the ears. This time the left hand lifts up and out to the side. Rotate the thumb one way. Rotate the thumb the other way. Breathe out. left hand in between the space of your right arm and your knee. Rotate one way, rotate the other way. Come all the way up to the top, breathe in. Rotate, rotate. So we're trying to express those full range rotations at the shoulder joint. So you'll see the thumb rotating two ways. We try to get as much movement at the top of the joint as we can. Rotating from the top of that shoulder joint in, internal rotation. Rotate completely the other way, external rotation. And then come through. Rotate, rotate. Last time, all the way up. Rotate, rotate. Left hand comes under. You're going to lower your body down to kind of trap the arm down at the bottom. Palm of the hand facing upwards. A few deep breaths. Just have a little play with where your right shoulder is. As you move your right shoulder around, be very gentle. But as you move your right shoulder around, you'll find different stretches at the back of it. Left shoulder. And then right hand comes down onto your left hip. Palm of the hand facing away from you. Again, that's going to open out and cause a little stretch around the right shoulder. Three, two, one. Good. Come out of that. Donkey kick. Left forearm comes across the front edge of the mat. Climb 4 times. The right knee up and out to the side and down. Not so much weight going forwards, we want weight going backwards with the left knee, and then you might need to adjust the left elbow underneath the shoulder. 2 more up and down. You're trying to stack the top hip on top of the bottom hip, working both sides of the glutes, but especially the stabilizing side, the left hand side. Rotate the knee up and out to the side, extend, extend up and backwards, breathe in. Breathe out, bend the elbow wide. Breathe in, extend. Keep the head backwards, keep the shoulders away from the ears. Toes pointing forwards, heel pointing backwards. As full a range of movement as you can, and as full an external rotation through this left knee as you can. That's why we're lifting that knee up nice and high, and keeping it nice and high. We've got 4 more. Both legs will be burning up a little bit now. 3, 2. Last one, extend. Hold, fingertips on the right hand, or maybe right hand up. Maybe look up. 5, 4, 3. Get your right foot higher. 2, 1. Well done, hand down. Knees down. Pigeon stretch. Again, either on your front, left shin rotates across. Mine looks like it's at a 45-degree angle. A lot of you will be a little bit more flexible. You will be able to get more parallel with the front edge of your mat. And again, some of you might need to do this stretch on your back, which is a good idea if you just feel the stretch in your knee. It's not a knee stretch, it's a stretch for the glutes, anything around that sit bone. So that's one stretch. The more intense stretch is on your front. And again, maybe walking the hands forwards a little bit more. Maybe bringing your head down onto the mat. You can keep moving slightly, but it is quite nice just to stay still. And breathe. And just tune into this area. 5, 4, 3, 2. Come out of that. Downward dog. Bending the knees, rotating the tailbone towards the ceiling, but still trying to get that good hamstring stretch. Still trying to drop the heels down towards the floor so you get a calf stretch. 5, 4, 3. Then either tiptoe or hop your feet forwards. Fold the body forwards. See where that hamstring, lower back stretch takes you. Don't force it. Relax your shoulders, relax your head. Bend your knees slowly. Build yourself back up to the top. Alright, good. Side lunge. Feet past hip width, distance apart. External rotation from the knee joint and the hip joint. Abs engaged, upper body engaged. You're going to sit back as you sit to the side into the side lunge. Breathe in. Breathe out. Back up to the top. Breathe in, lower down. Breathe out, come back up. Try not to collapse the heels and the arches in. Trying to maintain external rotation. You don't have to track your knee outside of the foot. It does have to remain externally rotated though, so the glutes firing up along with the legs on this one as well. Make sure your toes are pointing forwards. And then again, you can stay at this option. This option is a great option. It's nice and slow, it's nice and safe. Or we can start to move a little bit more dynamically, challenging our balance. Slowly down. Slowly back up to balance. Breathe in on the way down. Breathe out on the way back up. Breathe in on the way down. Breathe out. 3 more. Challenge your range. Make sure you're getting a good stretch through the inside of his right leg. Last one. Down. Hold. Arms forwards. Abs on. Body tall. Upper body organised. Pulse. Pulse. Good. 10. 9. Inside of that knee muscle working. 8. 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. Press back up to the top. Shake your legs out. Breathe in, hands up. Breathe out, fold forwards and down. Stretch and relax and stay there. Bend your knees a little bit extra. Put your hands flat down onto the floor. Step or hop back into plank. And just hang out. Shoulders away from the ears. Squeeze in between the shoulder blades. Rotate the crease of the elbow forwards. Engage your abs. For 5, 4, 3, 2. Well done. Knees down. Child's pose. And just stretch your wrist out. So we're going to spend a quick 30 seconds having a play through crow position. Again, we've got those two options. You can go knees on the outside of the arms, sometimes helps people. I like to keep the knees on the back of the arms, as far up towards the armpits as you can. Fingers spread, abs engaged, especially with low abs. Look forwards and away from you. And just play with lifting the toes an inch or so away from the floor, or maybe a little bit higher. Have a few goes at it. Rest when you need to. We'll do another 10 seconds. 9, 5, 4, 3, 2. Well done. Feet down. Okay. Now, find that tennis ball. Few options. We're looking to get the tennis ball down the outside of your shoulder blade, but we're going to start off getting it in this upper trapezius muscle. So on your right hand side, just have a little poke and prod and find that little upper trapezius muscle. And we're going to use the tennis ball actually a little bit later. Let's do the quad stretch first. So lie down on your front, take hold of your left foot in your left hand and just relax and just breathe. Squeezing the left glute on. Trying to keep your heel in towards the sit bone. Trying to send your knee forwards, away from you. Sending the knee away from the head. Keeping the knees quite close together. And maybe just trying to lift that knee a little bit away from the floor as well. Three more deep breaths here. Two more. Last one. Good, alright. So, find that tennis ball like we were saying before. That's going in your upper trapezius muscle on your right hand side. So I want to lie down on your back. You might want to make it comfy for yourself, having your head elevated away from the floor, so you might need a few cushions. That tennis ball's coming in the top of the back, where you'd be getting a shoulder massage, this big upper trapezius muscle, and we're just going to hang out there. Now the trick to this is tucking your chin and sending the crown of your head away from you. So you're trying to do it in a neutral spine. And just breathe in and out and relax. You don't need to move that much, you can just stay still and breathe. Now your scapula, your shoulder blade, lives just underneath this muscle, and we're trying to track the tennis ball down the inside of the bony part. It might feel quite uncomfortable. If it does, you can do exactly the same thing up against a wall. So stand up, get the tennis ball behind you on a wall. But can you just start to send that tennis ball a little bit further down? Now to get this, the scapula, the shoulder blade out of the way, you're going to bring your right hand across your left shoulder. And then you're just going to work that tennis ball down a little bit. And you'll find just different tight spots. And once you found a tight spot, just stay there. There's a little spot, and don't be too aggressive with this. You don't want to be really in pain. You don't want to put too much weight through the tennis ball. You want to keep your chin tucked, the crown of your head away from you. Keep remembering to do that. There's a little point though, halfway down your shoulder blade, where it's going to feel quite knotted and uncomfortable. And just stay there once you find that spot. And just breathe. Through the back of the rib cage, like what we've been practicing today. Alright. Right hand comes down by your side. Take a deep breath in. Lift the right hand all the way up and over, so you touch your right thumb down onto the floor. Breathe out, look left. Breathe in, look up to the ceiling. Breathe out, right hand down. Do that 3 more times. Breathe in, right hand up. It's just moving the scapula around. Breathe out, look left. Breathe in back to center. Breathe out. Hand down. Let's do 2 more times. You might want to reposition. Breathe in left. Breathe out, look left. Breathe in back to center. Breathe out down. Last time. Breathe in left. Breathe out, look left. Breathe in back to center. Breathe out, hand down. Slowly take your time. Bring yourself off the tennis ball. Roll the shoulder out a little bit. Come up into a good postural position. It might feel a little bit looser compared to the other side. And that's where we're going. We're going tennis ball in the upper trapezius muscle. So anywhere around here, anywhere from like the base of the neck down towards the scapula. Again, against the wall's great. And we're just going to hang out here. Kind of move side to side until you feel a nice spot to be on. Again, it shouldn't be 10 out of 10 uncomfortable. If it is, stop doing it. Use the wall, stand up. Chin tucked. Crown of the head extended away from you a little bit more. And then left hand over to your right shoulder. And just work that tennis ball down the inside of the scapula a little bit more. Again, don't be too aggressive, but breathe. Send some movement through the breathing into that area. This process just helps us to release muscles, fascia, and stimulates a little bit of blood flow into the area. If this process works really well, you might want to try having a sports massage. Might be really effective for you. If it feels very uncomfortable, don't put much weight through the tennis ball. Maybe find a softer ball. Those spiky Pilates yoga balls work really well. Find that little spot halfway down the left shoulder blade and just move around side to side, up and down, really slightly, really slowly, until you find a really nice spot to be working into, and then just stay still. Bring your left hand down by your side, chin tucked, crown of your head extended away from you. Breathe in, lift the left hand up. Breathe out, look right. Breathe in, look back to centre. Breathe out. The hand comes down. If you need to adjust a little bit, great, find a different spot. If you can stay still, stay still. Breathe in, hand lift. Breathe out, look right. Breathe in centre. Breathe out, hand down. Breathe in, hand up. Breathe out, look right. Breathe in, back to centre. Breathe out, hand down. Last time, breathe in, hand up. Breathe out, look right. Breathe in, centre. Breathe out, hand down. Nice work. Get the tennis ball out of your way. Come to our last exercise, which is going to be a 4-point kneeling position, and we're going to have a little play through a hover. So hands underneath your shoulders, knees underneath your hips, arms long, abs engaged, hover the knees a few inches away from the mat, and just stay there. Now focus on the shoulders being back and down away from the ears, engaging, retracting the shoulders, engaging the abs. If you need to keep stopping and resetting, bring your knees down, have a little stretch, stretch your wrists, go again. Okay. Or, if you're feeling a little bit stronger, try and not just hover the knees, but lift one foot away from the floor as well. Point your toes away from you. Touch that foot back down. Lift the other foot. And back down, which is really difficult. Keep stopping and recessing if you need to. We've got 10 seconds left. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Well done. Knees down. Child's pose. Relax. Walk your hands away from you. A little rock from side to side. Slowly come back up to centre. Breathe in, hands up. Look up. Breathe out, hands to centre. Give yourself a clap. Well done, stay strong, keep moving.